It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
It's the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. And it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. So good to have you on board with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here. Greg, you look at the marquee, and it's a lot of offensive stars here. I'm looking at the other side. Defenses better show up here if you want to walk out with a win.
Yeah, I think the burden, of course, lies on the players, particularly the players in the secondaries of both of these teams. They're going to have moments where they've got to win one-on-one, as you said, against some of the top offensive skill players in the league. But I also feel like there's a lot on the shoulders of this defensive coordinator. Can you change up coverages, change up looks, make it difficult pre- and post-snap, not only on these wide receivers and skill players, but also on the guy with the ball in his hand, calling the shots, playing quarterback.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
Off the bootleg, here's Tua. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Hill brought in motion. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Here's 1st and 10. The NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns last year, Raheem Mostert. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Hill brought in motion. Fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
3rd and 2. Tagovailoa. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the 1st down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Indianapolis led out by their quarterback, Anthony Richardson. The number 4 overall pick in 2023. Had some highlight moments, but injured most of the year. Greg now in his second year in the NFL out of Florida.
You'd love to see the biggest jump of a young quarterback's career, Mike, being between year 1 and year 2. I mean, you think about what these young quarterbacks go through entering their rookie year. They have the entire pre-draft process, then the idea of being drafted and going to a new organization and learning what it means to play quarterback in the NFL. Well, in year 2, everything's not new. Everything's not a first experience. It allows them to just take a deep breath, play, develop, rely on what got you here. We see so many quarterbacks in year 2 really have their breakout campaigns and show, frankly, why they were the starter to begin with in their rookie year.
2nd and a yard. On the ground for the first time comes Jonathan Taylor. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. From the gun, Richardson. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Second and 7. Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. On second down, Richardson. He's got the big man, Mo Alley Cox. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Out of a shotgun, Richardson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Calais Campbell, the longtime veteran, in there to bring him down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So that'll bring up fourth down. That'll bring on Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Out to return for the Dolphins, it's Braxton Berrios. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Dolphins offense ready to get going with their second possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead, see if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. Off play action, it's Tua. To the left side, OBJ is there. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
Tua gives it to Mostert. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. From the gun, here's Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Tua. Looking underneath for Achane. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Tua going to give it to Achane. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Mostert. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Couple of runs stopped behind the line, and now it's 3rd and 17. Now it's Tua. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Colts offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. He'll have it by plenty. It was 3rd and 2. They picked up 8. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Richardson. He runs with it. Whoa.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
Third and a yard. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. And that's going to be enough for a 1st down, taking this to the 34.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one, and it'll lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Couple of first downs already on this drive, and they'll go first down from the 43. Now Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Anthony Richardson, I mean, it's not hard to see why they want to get the ball in his hands as often as possible, both as a passer, but when you can get him as a designed runner, his size and speed, he is a handful for defenses.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. 14 on the pickup. That's good for a Colts first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. They've been in complete control. They've been able to dictate what they want to do offensively and make the defense react. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. Pass right side to Downs.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing, Richardson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. He's got it inside the 5. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Richardson to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. Throwing is Richardson. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. A quick throw here, taken by Odell. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Hill brought in motion. On 2nd down, Mostert. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
He'll check this down to the running back. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down. If he doesn't pick up the extra yards after the catch, they've got a 4th down play call they feel great about, and we're going to see what it looks like.
Here's Downs to return. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Richardson completing this one to Downs. And he's going to be a little short of the 1st down there. He's up to the 45-yard line.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up fourth down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing is Tua. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On second down, here's Tungo Vailoa. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. That is caught right side by Beckham. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Dolphins first down.
Odell with a nice catch, Mike, to move the chains. And me personally, I liked the decision to sign with the Dolphins this offseason. I mean, he had a chance to go join one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL. There's going to be a lot of space for him to use his veteran experience to get open and maximize. He's got speed everywhere around him, and he just gives Tua one more reliable target.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. In motion, it's Waddle. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Here's a handoff to Mostert. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. Now a 3rd and 2. We'll try to run it here with Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
They'll run with A-Chain. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. 3-3 our score. 2 minutes to go in this first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and that will lead to a second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To the air again, Tagovailoa. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. To the goal line and in. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jason Sanders on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Dolphins take a 10-3 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Colts offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, it's Richardson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the gun, Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Cox. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. So we're at the half, and the visiting Dolphins are in the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
On second down, Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll go big, 3 tight ends in the formation for first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor to the 5-yard line. Here now, second down and goal. Looking to throw, Richardson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Big play coming up, third and goal. To throw, it's Richardson. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Anthony Richardson, touchdown Indianapolis. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Mostert now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start this drive. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
In motion, it's Waddle. Right back to Mostert on first down. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Tua gives it to Mostert. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a first down. Hill brought in motion. Play action. Tagovailoa. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength. Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. A run up the middle with Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They are able to move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Hill brought in motion. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
In motion, it's Waddle. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around,
the pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Quiddy Pay bursting through to bring him down.
defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dolphins going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to take over once again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Richardson. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Richardson. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And he'll work his way down inside the 30. Chewing off 7 yards on that one. Second down and 3. Throwing, Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple, right? I mean, everyone wants to complicate offensive football and make it super technical. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Throwing is Richardson. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's so close to the goal line, couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same.
To the back of the end zone, he's got it. Alec Pierce, touchdown, Indy. Tight spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his...
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Now Gay for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Colts make the lead 4. It is 17-13. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Mostert now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Raheem Mostert and the Dolphins heading back onto the field. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Tua. In trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
A shotgun snap for Tua. A throw over the middle. It's Odell.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll run straight ahead with Mostert. And he's not going to get the 1st down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. This is taken at the 25. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The home team's offense. And Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now a toss, running left, it's Taylor. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 9. Now Richardson trying the left side and caught by Pittman.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the 1st down.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll start out 1st down and 10. In motion comes Beckham. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
To throw on second down, it's Tua. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. Tua to Tyreek for the Dolphins first.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. In motion comes Beckham. He'll run. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. And here comes fourth down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Here's first and 10. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the shotgun, Richardson completing this one to Downs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the gun, Richardson. He's going to keep it himself. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
I don't mind the call. Down here this close to the goal line, you're trying to account for the extra defenders. In this case, you're trying to read them, but give credit to the defense. They had the running back accounted for and the quarterback.
Off the zone read, this is Richardson. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
These are the plays that drive a coach crazy. 3rd and goal. You put the ball into the hands of your quarterback and you trust them to make good decisions. But in this case, once there was nowhere to go with the ball, once all the throwing lanes were taken away, this ball needs to come out. You cannot take a sack and make 4th and goal that much more difficult.
So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Mostert now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Now Tua. Catch made there by Waddle. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
In motion comes Beckham. Off play action, it's Tua. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That is caught. What a throw. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
so they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. Looking to throw, Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Richardson gonna look to throw. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. A second down throw for Richardson. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. He'll take a deep shot for downs. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Richardson. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This to grab a late lead. This kick is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Mostert now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
On 2nd down, here's Tungo Vailoa. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Hill brought in motion. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Throwing a comeback route against zone coverage, it could be a little bit tricky. Remember, in zone, the defender's eyes are on the quarterback. So if your receiver doesn't sell that right and this ball's not thrown on time, you're going to end up watching that defender take this thing back the other way.
That's taken in by Achane.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Tua to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. To the air again, Tungo Vailoa. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
To the left side, OBJ is there. This crowd trying to be a factor, getting very loud now. It's 3rd and 5. Throwing again, it's Tua. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. Josh Downs now on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. This is 1st and 10. Richardson to throw. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Now Richardson. This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Two timeouts, still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Richardson. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Gay to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Colts will go up by 7. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Mostert now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And the good kick pays off. He'll only be able to take this past the 10-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. Open man downfield, OBJ. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, after that conversion, now the conversation on the sideline is, what do we do if we score? Are we content with just kicking an extra point and tying this thing up? Or does this coach decide to go for the 2-point conversion and try to win in regulation? First things first. They're going to have to score, but, man, I hope we get to see that decision.
That is brought in at the 10. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. In motion comes Beckham. On 1st down, here's Tungo Vailoa to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
On the ground, it's Mostert. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tungo Vailoa. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. In motion, it's Waddle. A play fake. Now 2 with a throw. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll run the toss to Mostert. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they'll get him down for no gain.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
Tua now on 3rd down. And he's not going to get away. They track him down.
This guy, Latu, Mike, I'll tell you what, I really liked him coming out of the draft this past year. I mean, think back, he was the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, 1st-team All-American with 13 sacks. And Gus Bradley, he wants a guy that can go after the quarterback so he can play his zones. He doesn't have to always bring the extra pressure. And with Latu, I think he gets just that guy.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Here's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. And it sets up 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Off play action, it's Tua. This throw right side is caught by Hill. To the 20. And he's going to go all the way to win it here in overtime. So, a win here for the visiting Dolphins. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.